Hello and welcome back to another TEKDEP tutorial. My name is Nicholas and today we are going to be doing a full battery replacement on the MacBook Pro A1989. That is right, it is a bit of an older MacBook, which means one of your MacBooks might be running out of battery as well. It is the easiest repair to do, I think, and it'll save you years on your MacBook. So definitely stay around to the end to watch the whole repair forward so you can get just as much life out of yours as we did. Let's get started. So first things first, like with any computer, we just have to go ahead and take off the backplate. The backplate is going to have the Apple pentalobe screw, so just go ahead and grab your bit of choice, and we'll go ahead and take these screws off. After that, we'll go ahead and grab your pry tool, and we'll go ahead and get underneath both sides and just push up until you hear that clip releasing. Once that's done, you can just go ahead and lift up like so, and then grab the top case with one hand and push against below it, and you should be able to pull off the back plate. Now, like I said at the beginning, the battery is the easiest way to breathe life into an old computer like this one. It's something that people don't really think about, but it really does change everything when you can get just a couple more years out of this computer and save a little bit of money there. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and disconnect the battery connector. It's going to be underneath this protective cover here. And you'll get under both sides of the battery flex cable with your pry tool. And then you can go ahead and take it out once the clip is undone. Same with the other side. And then it has a pancake screw, which is holding down the actual motherboard connector to the battery. This is going to be a T5, so go ahead and grab a T5 bit or screwdriver, and then flip up the battery connector. Once you're done with that, just simply open up the laptop a bit and hold down the power button. Even though you disconnected the battery, the computer is still active, so holding down the power button will discharge any remaining static electricity, making the board safe to work on, because you do not want to fry the board and then have to replace that as well. Now, there are a lot of different screws that you will have to go ahead and take out. So in order to do that, you can use one of our TEKDEP bits, or you can use some other screwdriver that you may have found somewhere else. We like to offer a 145-bit set in our screwdrivers, and that is a good way to not only work for any laptop that you may have an issue with, but basically every household appliance. So definitely check that out if you need it. What we need to do to take off the battery is just going to be take out the trackpad connector, and then underneath the battery itself, there's going to be adhesive, and this adhesive we will take off with isopropyl alcohol. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that right now. We'll swap to a T3 bit. We're going to have to take off the actual connector for the trackpad flex cable, and then go under with your pry tool. Then we'll swap again back to our T5 because we need to undo the actual trackpad, and it has a couple screws that are going around the bottom. Once you've undone all of the screws that are around the trackpad, all you need to do is just simply lift up the computer, and you can very carefully remove the trackpad flex cable and the trackpad from the unit. Now, the reason why we're removing the trackpad and trackpad flex cable is not because you can't do it without removing it. It is so you do not damage either of these while taking out the battery. So please do this before removing the battery, because if you do damage either of these, it's going to be another price to get new ones, and you do not want to do that. So go ahead and take that out. Now, once you're done with that, this is one of the simpler batteries to remove from MacBooks. A lot of the batteries are underneath the logic board, so you will have to remove certain parts of the logic board in order to get access to certain things where you can take out the battery. This one, luckily, it is all above. So all we need to do is just take off the adhesive, and then we are good to go. Now, there are a few tools that will make this a lot easier. We sell a pack of just generic computer pry tools. This is part of it. I would recommend this for just about every battery replacement that you do on MacBooks. And then also isopropyl alcohol, which this is non-conductive. So as long as your computer is not charged and everything is discharged, specifically by holding down the power button, if this is on any of the components, it can dry off and it won't affect anything further down the line. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our isopropyl alcohol and we're just gonna go along the outside of the battery on each of the cells. And then you're gonna wanna go on top of this one here, but don't go too far down because you don't want it to drip as much on the LCD. Too much isopropyl alcohol is bad for it. Just a few little drops is not. So just make sure that you don't completely douse it. But you'll just go along the side over here where you can see the metal in between the actual side. Once that sits for a second, the main way we're gonna be removing the battery is by using this pry tool. It has a lot of surface area, which means it can take out the adhesive underneath the battery. And what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be moving from side to side. We're not gonna be pulling up or prying because that can damage the cell. And if the cell breaks, that can be very dangerous, could possibly even start a fire. So what you're gonna wanna do is once you get under the battery, move slowly from side to side like this. Now let me show you. So underneath the cell, then hold the other side with your other hand and move slowly side to side. And it should pop right up. Then rinse and repeat. Do the same thing for the other side. And then same thing with the inside. With this, you can just kind of open it up a little bit and get underneath the lip from down here. You just want to get enough clearance to where you can close it again and then go back from the top. And there we go. Once all the cells are freed up, you're just going to want to go ahead and undo the T5 screws that are holding down the battery to the actual top case. Then remove the old battery. And that's it. Now there are a few things we need to do in order to prep the surface for the new battery. One, we're going to clean off all of the remnants of the isopropyl alcohol. And then we are going to take off all of the adhesive strips that we can in order to give it a clean surface for the new adhesive. In order to do that, we'll take one of our pry tools again. These are definitely the easiest, and you'll just kind of scrape away at it. Make sure that you're scraping with plastic because scraping with metal on metal can damage the top case. It's not going to do anything long-term damage, but it will look bad cosmetically. So just try to use plastic instead of metal. After all the adhesive is cleared up, just take a microfiber cloth or paper towel. You can even blow air into it with some kind of like duster, and that will remove all of the isopropyl alcohol as well, because it does evaporate very quickly. Then we'll take our battery. So this is something that you can get on TEKDEP.com. It comes with pre-applied adhesive and a few of the tools that you may need, but I do recommend that other bag of plastic tools, which has a certain spudger like this. It just makes it the easiest for battery removal. That is definitely the one you should get. But since we've gotten this far, battery replacements can be a little tricky, especially if it is bloated. If it's a bloated battery and it's your first time removing one, I highly recommend sending it in to us so we can go ahead and do it professionally. When they're bloated, they are very easy to break, and once they break, it can be very highly flammable and conductive. If that is the case and it is something that you want to send in to the professionals, feel free to go ahead and fill out our mail and repair form on our website so we can go ahead and take care of all of that for you. But we'll go ahead and undo the two-sided tape for the adhesive on the back. Then the way you install it is you line up the middle of the battery with the battery screws up here at the top. And then just make sure that all three squares are inside the middle of their respective portions of the top case. Once you think you have it pretty close, double check and make sure you don't apply the adhesive before double checking. But it should be rather easy to go ahead and install at this point. There we go. Once you're done with that, we'll just go ahead and screw back in these two battery retainer screws. Grab our trackpad and trackpad flex cable. The cable is going to be going down. That's how you're going to remember where you put it. And then each of the screws will have a respective place in the top case. So just make sure that you filter through your flex cable and then close it slowly so you don't crease it. And then it should slide directly into place. It'll be a little loose. That is normal. But what we're gonna do, in order to line that up correctly, go ahead and grab your two smaller trackpad screws and install them on the bottom. And then grab two of the other ones. They're going to be these longer ones. Then make sure all four of them are loose enough to move around. We'll open the device. And essentially, you just want to make sure that it is squared and even in the middle. And then you'll press forward with your thumb on the actual trackpad. And then tighten in all four. And screw in the rest. Then we'll take our trackpad flex cable and reinstall it on the motherboard. Swap to our T3 bit, reinstall the protective cover, and swap back to our T5s, grab the pancake screw and reconnect the motherboard to the battery. Grab our battery flex cable, make sure that the bracket is clicked up, and go ahead and install this. You're going to want to go in so you can only see a little bit of the gold, and then you can press down the bracket. Same with the other side. Put back on the cover. And then the last thing to do is reinstall the backplate and the backplate screws. Then just go ahead and flip it over, plug it in, because usually it will need a little bit of charge if you have just put in a new battery, and go ahead and turn it on. There we go. You have fully and successfully repaired your battery for your MacBook 1989. Like I said, it's a bit tricky when they get inflated, so if you've never done it before, please feel free to send it in to us. We don't want anything to happen to you or your house, because batteries like that are extremely flammable. We have all the tools here and protective measures in order to take care of it, so definitely get it sent in to us if that is the case. If not, and you got to the end of this video and you feel very confident, feel free to check out all the parts in the link in the description down below on our website. We will go ahead and provide you with everything you need so you can also become a professional repair person like us. Thank you so much for watching. If you need any help with anything else, we have a couple other videos down below that you can definitely check out. Thank you again, and have a wonderful day.